To start this video and this intro with an amazing quote by David Viscott. And it says that the meaning of life is to discover your gift. The work in life is to develop it. And the overall meaning of it is to give it away. I think a lot of us are finding out, figuring out, discovering our gifts, our purposes, our missions. If y'all can't tell already, the world is taking a profound, complex shift. A lot of people are leveling up mentally, emotionally, spiritually. A lot of people are breaking old belief systems. Many people are doing deep work, inner work, healing. A lot of us are starting to tap into our gifts, and we didn't realize that they're actually here. They've been here. One thing I realized about life is that it's very easy to fall into the deep abysses of mediocrity, average, and ordinary. And if you believe yourself to be extraordinary, you are already shifting and shaking things up. You will see it in your reality. You will recognize this power, this gift that's already inside of you. The meaning of mediocrity is simply the qualities of being average and ordinary. Imagine you going your whole life hanging around the same people, doing the same job, never really exposing yourself to anything new enough to challenge you. Imagine going through life giving up the first single time that you try anything. Just imagine that. Life, in the process of evolving, expanding, has a lot to do with having this sense of grit. And for me, this last year, I've been tested with that. And I'm really truly understanding what grit is and how important it is to have. Grit is more or less that perseverance and that commitment and that courage to keep moving through the longevity in the process of goals, right? It's like we pursue our goals, right? Everybody's like, I got goals. Listen, y'all, goals is the end. When you want to get to a goal, it's the end. It's not the beginning, it's not the middle, it's the product, it's the result. And you have to really think about what it takes for you to get to your goals. If you seriously want to achieve goals, you better start instilling and ingraining your whole being with grit, because you're going to be challenged, you're going to be tested no matter what. And one of the biggest components of success will always be formulated with failures. In fact, many could be one, two, three, dozens, could be hundreds of failures that have everything to do with your special journey in success towards wherever you are growing and flowing towards. And I think that one of my biggest issues that I've faced in my life upon waking up to it, which is what I'm doing the deep inner work on now, was always feeling like I had to do everything, right? But it wasn't really the case. It was that I can do anything. Do y'all hear me on that? Because we cannot do everything. We can't do everything at once. That's a fact. And in one lifetime, it's impossible to do everything. You can't even put a number on the ideas and the concepts of things to do in life. So we can't do everything. We can't please everybody, right? But we can do anything, putting our mind towards things. So we can do anything, but we can't do everything. And that was a big, big game changer for me. That allowed me to embody more grit because I was trying to do everything. And I've had and always do have a lot of good things going on in my life. But shit, sometimes having a lot of good things happening in your life can feel like a fucking load. And sometimes that in itself is the burden. So instead of me trying to be good at everything, I started to double down. I started to focus on the things that I can truthfully excel in, the anything, my anything. And that has a lot to do with the beginning of this video is our gifts, our true passions. Okay, so when people remain mediocre and average, they have average and mediocre results. And I want to encourage anybody listening to this to don't conform to other people that possess that energy. Because if you are truly that chosen one, that hero, that king, that queen, yo, you are going to have to fucking rise above, and it's not going to be easy. That's where the grit comes in. Every time I look back on my life, whether that's goals, whether that's things on my bucket list or checklist, things that I strive to do, accomplishments, successes, relationships, growth, even just being proud about myself and my journey, things with the gym, anything. It could just literally be anything. All that came with grit. This constant persevering, committing energy to long-term results and never giving up. Like having that grit is you not abandoning yourself, your mission, your journey, your goal, whatever that is for you. One of the most paralyzing things that you can do is become addicted to instant gratification. These are going to be things that make you feel good right away. And that shit can really pull you down deep. I mean, your pleasures, your temptations, spending. You have to opt out of instant gratification. Understanding that what's to come in the future, that's going to pay those dividends. That is what's going to yield the biggest and most profound results that you've really been waiting for and things that you can seriously appreciate. Allow things in life, allow your process, your journey, your actions, your thoughts, your deep inner work, the work that hopefully you're doing with God or any higher force that you're connected to, allow that all to compound. Mediocre don't do that. Average don't do that. See, let me tell y'all something, man. I'm not like a lot of these other YouTubers or people on Instagram or TikTok that will talk all this good shit and then try to sell people a course or, assure you that you can get rich in 30 days or you can have the best looking body in 1 month. All these clickbait things. Let me tell y'all something. There's people that are doing things in life and there's people that are just talking about it. Some people just became really good talkers. So a lot of the things on my channel, my content, I want it to be as relatable and raw and true as possible. Okay. So that's why I'm going to make sure that I speak in tongue a certain way that's very raw and real. Because I want y'all to catch this. I want y'all to catch the drift and the rhythm of what it could take to really change your life, to harness your gift and to do good work with it, to zoom in and really grab that mission, that purpose, and go all out. It's not going to be easy and it's going to be very challenging. The world is going to test you. People are going to test you. The devil's going to test you and the demons are going to come out to play. But that's why you got to do the inner work. God will never put you through anything that you couldn't get through. But you can put yourself into really bad positions that you can't get out of. Know the difference. Know the difference. Because for me personally, God is always going to be the foundation of this whole process in life. And that's something that I also don't really hear people talking about ever on any type of self improving journey, self development, goals, success. It's like it always seems like anything spiritual or God is in the back burner. And I've been through a lot of stuff, y'all, and I've accomplished a lot of things in my life. And I can tell you that there's been moments when I wasn't even believing and connecting to God, and there were moments that I was. And either way, I was being pulled and guided through and channeled and strengthened and armored by a higher source and God. But it wasn't until I started to consciously tap into that and awaken that and try my best to commit and build on my faith that I was led differently. And with me being able to be led differently, I was able to weed out a lot of negativity in my life, a lot of people that had to go, work on this deep interchange, rediscover who I was. And still, the journey is extremely challenging and hard, as to say, God is going to provide you that gift. Those purposes and missions are going to be set out for you. And you have to be willing to fight the good battle. One love.